What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buckets of Duckets. This is episode 15. I am your host, Chase Myers. Over there is my co-host, the one, Josh Watts.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen out there in Ducket Land? This is episode 15, which is divisible by 5, which is exactly how many knuckles Chase Myers is going to put across Conor McGregor's jaw to lay him out for the 1, 2, 3 second tan on the mat right there. And then he's going to hold that belt up high over his head and tell Conor, I'm exactly what I said I was for weeks. You are a fraud, which is exactly what I said you were for weeks. The whole time he's saying that, I'm standing right there stomping on Conor McGregor's head with a doo-doo in my pants. Boom. No respect.
What I love about that is that when you add it all up, it equals 15. Like, that's what I love.
And then that's 15 episodes.
And then that's 15 and it's perfect. Conor, don't you ever feel safe. My name is my name. All right. If Chase Myers says he's gonna beat your ass, that's what happens. All right.
Dude, the first second your guard goes down, that little window is the exact window Chase needs to hop in and break your neck, bro.
I'm gonna be cocky, dude. When I finally get this dude on pay-per-view, my big retirement fight, dude, I'm gonna go full Anderson Silva. Like, I'm gonna be dancing.
I hope your first fight is your retirement fight.
It is. It's my going out match. This is what this has all been about. My whole career is gonna culminate at this last moment of me fighting Conor McGregor on pay-per-view. We're both gonna be 42 years old, and I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of this man. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get them fucking ducats, and I'm gonna go put my feet up somewhere.
we got a new dog, and he is behind me trying to get on the bed, but he doesn't know if he can or not, so he's very curious about it. His name is Kurt Russell, and he's a beautiful, wonderful animal that we just got today. So I got into a mask feud. I was in the gas station by my house, and I'm buying, I think I was getting chocolate milk and donuts for the kids. Just nothing, just running in and out.
I'm going to fact check you. You better not lie to me. If it's 2%, I swear to God, this whole podcast is over. Okay, if we can't trust each other, what do we have?
I turned around, I checked out. When I turned around, the guy not social distancing behind me was right here, and he didn't have a mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Just some old asshole. And I didn't mean to, but I turned around and I went, "Oh, fuck you!" Just as loud as I possibly could, right in his face, without even, just saw him without a mask. "Oh, fuck you!" And he said, "What?" And I said, "There's signs, man. You have to wear a mask to be in here."
What do you mean, what? And I said, "Fuck you." All right, right. One more.
Yeah,
one more.
Pretty clear, bro.
I think we can move on.
Go get fucked.
We can move to step 2 now. All right, I think that's where we're at.
And I said, "There's signs right there that say you have to wear a mask." And he goes, "The employees didn't say anything." I was like, "Well, they're teenage girls in a gas station, so they're not going to yell at you." You know what I mean? Like, and this old fuck looked at me and goes, "It must have been at sheeple eye level." Now, I should have responded by going, "Yeah, all right, fuck you," and then walked away. But what I did was I grabbed his keys out of his hand and I threw him out of the door.
No shit.
Yeah, I took his keys and I threw him out of the door, and I said, "Go see how high it is."
Walk me through it, bro. You're saying it like it's a normal thing. What? So, keys are in his hand.
He's got his keys in his hand, and he's got stuff that he's waiting to buy. And I overreacted. I probably shouldn't. But
you sure?
No. No, I'm saying in case my wife's outside the door and here. He had his keys and he had stuff in his hand, and he said, "It must have been at sheep eye level or sheeple eye level or something." And as calmly as I'm saying it right now, I reached down into his hand, I took his keys out of his hand, and I leaned out and I threw them out of the door. The sliding door behind us had opened because people were coming in. I picked them up and I leaned out and I threw them out of the door and I said, "Go look how high it is."
That's
and
pretty
he stared
dope.
at me for a minute, and then I slapped the stuff out of his hand, just slapped the bag of chips out of his hand, and stared at him until he walked out of the store. I'm a dickhead. That was a dickhead thing to do. That was a huge dickhead thing to do. But fuck you, wear a mask.
So I'm so worried about you out in the world, man.
Oh, I'm gonna be dead.
I just don't know. Every week, whenever you show up to this podcast, I'm so glad that you made it to another one. So,
I'm still here. Come here.
how many people are in the place? What's the reaction? What
Uh, a whole lot of
everybody just started sucking your dick? Everybody went, "This is the greatest man ever,"
yeah. They
or
just ripped my shirt up. No, actually, I was not the hero in this scenario. Because he was an old man. Like he was kind of an older dude.
right?
So I wasn't really the hero in this scenario. And on the way out of the store, I ended up saying, "Well, he should have worn a fucking mask," more than once. So
Yeah, if you have to explain your case the whole way, you're probably not right.
sometimes.
Well, look, if you don't want me to throw your fucking shit and knock your other shit out your hand, how about you wear a mask, okay? Let's not forget the original problem, wearing a mask. How about that?
Sometimes you die a hero. Sometimes you die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself be the villain in a Chevron in Covington at 2 p.m.
Let's not forget, hero. Joshua Watts, the hero.
Yeah, but like whenever you have to justify it a couple of times on your way out, you know that not everybody was on your side.
That's fucking batshit crazy, dude.
I don't know, man. Once I committed to saying, "Ah, fuck you," right to his face. I'm not backing down now, dude. I can't. If I back down now, they won't let me have a mohawk. They'll come take the bloody rock that I used to sharpen my field knife, and they'll take it right off my head. I have to get some dumbass bowl cut or some horse shit. And they'll make me wear a shirt every day with sleeves and tell me that I can't have a beard and I can't keep calling people dorks. And they're going to take my weights away from me. I'm not going to have my alpha brain anymore. Joe Rogan's going to stop FaceTiming me every day, talking about the pump that we're getting on in our afternoon workouts. What the fuck am I going to do if I can't talk about how vascular I am with Joe Rogan and Brian Callen? Brian Callen talks to me about his vascularity all the time.
You know what? I'm gonna fly down there and slap that old man because now that you put it that way, that's what has to happen.
He's gonna fuck us.
How about I mean, we don't got to talk about this very long, but how about Brian Callen, and how about no, everybody learned their lesson from a month ago, and nobody came to his defense. Like I ain't see a fucking person come out and be like that's how unfunny he is that nobody had his back. Like
Brian Callen, I know, is the guy who has like that funny scene in Old School, or like the guy who has a funny scene in something. I've never known him to be like. I watched his special, something about what's the one? He tells a good joke about being on a horse, riding a horse into a fight or something.
I kind of remember that too. I think I remember seeing him do that like on a set, some like a 5-minute set. Like that was like that's like
and
his
they animated it out too. Yeah, it was funny, but I mean, I don't even know what he's accused of. I just know that everybody's like, "Hey, nah, he's not fucking."
It's like sexual harassment, and you know the just all the all of those good old things. You know,
I saw Chris D'Elia got replaced by Tig Notaro in something he was doing because Tig isn't a dirtbag.
I think Tig should replace all disgraced comedians and things. She should get, because she was the one that called out Louis to begin with. Like she was like one of the early.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, because he was a producer on her show, the Mississippi show, and she started asking questions about it whenever she like found out that it was a story. And dude, I want to say she even like brought it up like on Conan or like on a late night show. Like, why haven't you spoken to these allegations? Like, these allegations are out there. Why haven't you said anything? And then, like, her putting the heat on them is, like, what made more people, like, actually be like, yeah, dude, why haven't, like, this has been a rumor for years now. Why haven't you said something? Like, it's not going to go away. And then, yeah, and then that's how he ended up being taken off executive producer for her show and everything. Yeah, Tig's awesome.
Yeah, I like everything. Every time I see something or hear something about her, I like her more. Although her last Twitter rant, I don't want to say it turned me against her, but I wasn't a.
What's she doing? Because I thought she didn't run her Twitter. I thought she had like just comedians take it over.
She took it over for a day to rant about the comedian in Louisiana that was bullying the old man in the gas station. She wanted him canceled because he bullied an old man for not wearing a mask in the gas station.
Yeah, see, I can't
I lost
follow
3.
her
Dude,
on
I was
that
going to be
one.
on Saturday Night Live. I was supposed to be on Saturday Night Live.
I can't follow her on that one, man. Some old man deserved their shit thrown. All right, if you, because here's the thing: if you've made it
Dude,
that long and that's how you act, you've been an asshole for 60 years. For 60 years, you've just been walking around with your stuff safely like somebody can't throw it, okay? And that's not. He had to learn that lesson eventually. Honestly, it's
listen
sad that you
here.
were the first one to get there.
Listen here, you boomer fucks. Anything that you have in your hands, I can fucking take. And I'll throw it right out the goddamn door. Anything.
That's the new
A
rule.
baby, your stuff, your wallet, your medicine, your keys, your dumbass attitude, I will throw it right out of the fucking door and I'll kick your Depends wearing ass on out there till you find a fucking mask. Maybe that's what we need to do. Does Depends need to make a mask? A Metamucil mask? You old fuck. Put your mask on!
You really did win me over because when you first started telling me this story, I was like, dude, you're fucking out of your mind, dude. Like, that's crazy. And then the more and more you tell me, I'm like, dude, I kind of want to throw old man shit. Like, I want to. At first I was like, I don't know how to make this story like okay. And then the more I think about it,
it's not okay, but
I want to do it. I want
to
do it, dude.
This is the apocalypse. There's no fucking law. I am the law. All right, how about that? You go into Chevron in Madisonville, dude. I'll throw your shit. How about that? You got some shit I don't like? I fucking toss it. I'm gonna tell you though, I lived on that for like a couple of days. I just when I would get sleepy, I would think about throwing that old fuck's keys, and I'd start Hulk Hogan. I just get all pumped up again. I didn't even care that everybody was mad at me. It was one of those like, I wanted to Randy Orton all the way out. Yeah, good, but fucking boo. I don't care.
You guys don't understand.
Dude, I saw a clip of Ultimate Fighter recently with Brock Lesnar when he was the coach. I've been getting into.
I didn't know Brock was a coach on one of those seasons.
Okay, I'm not sure if he was the coach or if he was like a guest coach.
I was about to say, I can't see him like.
Oh, it didn't go well, bud.
Yeah, I can't see him being friendly enough to teach people anything.
He wasn't. That was the whole thing. The whole clip is he's got these fighters in Ultimate Fighter, and they're training, and they got good at this one drill they're working on. And Brock said, "Oh, looks like we turned chicken shit into chicken salad, huh?" And laughed at the other coach. And every one of the fighters was fucking furious about it. And he found out, like, I mean, it cut to all of them, like, I'm not chicken salad. I'm not chicken shit. Fuck all that.
I'm chicken shit or chicken salad.
And they just talk, and then it cut to Brock, and they were like, everybody's pissed at you. And he's like, all right, let me go clear it up. And then he walked out and he goes, what I meant, when I understand there's some anger about the chicken shit, chicken salad comment, all right? What I meant was, you were chicken shit, and now you're chicken salad, all right? He's like, what I meant was you were really bad, and now you're a little bit better. That's what I'm saying, all right?
You don't understand that? I know that I was speaking over you a lot, but...
His apology was like getting in their face, too. He's like, you're good with that? You understand what I meant now? And they're like, no, I misunderstood. When you said chicken shit, I thought you meant another thing.
Yeah, now that you say it that way, I could see how I misunderstood it and reacted. Now that you repeat it back the exact same way, I see...
Right in my face, I understand.
I see that I did wrong there. I see for sure. I saw a video recently of Brock Lesnar, like, whenever he was trying out for the Vikings and almost made the team way back when. And it just showed, like, him getting in a fucking fight and a scrimmage against the Chiefs or whatever. And I was like, what a fucking idiot to try to fight Brock Lesnar. And, like... I know that he wasn't UFC Brock Lesnar yet, but he was big enough to, not to fuck with that. He was wrestling. He was wrestling Brock Lesnar at that point. Like he was, amateur wrestler before that or whatever, wherever he went to school. Where did he go to school? I forget, like Minnesota?
Minnesota. I just rewatched a bunch of good wrestlers from Minnesota. Rick Rude, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle? No, he's Philadelphia. Henning. Kurt Henning.
Yeah, wasn't Sheldon
the Road
Sheldon
Warriors?
Benjamin? Wasn't Sheldon Benjamin like a
Sheldon
college
Benjamin?
teammate?
They were tag team partners. Yeah. I love Brock Lesnar. I've always loved him. I
don't care that he's an asshole. Sometimes
he should be.
Sometimes I like assholes. It's
Yeah, be an asshole, dude. You're that big. Who's good? Who's gonna do anything about it? The dog just found a pillow over there. So we got a new dog. He's locked in the bedroom with me. So Daisy is outside.
Your
He's
other
circling
dog.
around me. We don't know what. I don't know if he's going to try to eat me while I'm recording this.
I know you seem
Maybe
real worried every now and then. I just lose you for a second.
he might be anti-mask, and he might be that old man's spy sent in here to get me. So far it looks like he's just walking around sniffing. So we'll see.
You can't trust that, dude. You can't trust. Anytime a dog's just walking around sniffing with his tail wagging, that is not to be trusted.
It's suspicious. Look at him. Oh, you smiling at me, dog? Nah, man, he's got my wallet in his teeth, I bet. So what you been up to this week?
Man, so I've been blessed. I got Travis got a job, like a regular job, for the first time in years.
Regular job?
Yeah,
for regular sized people.
Yeah. Believe that they had to specially like fix the door so you can get in and stuff. Like it was really more of like a Willy Wonka job. But like once he stepped through the little tiny door, it was like a regular place, And so, yeah, because Trump ruined our lives, and
everything.
so he's got to get a regular job now. But he got a comedian regular job, which is that he's now making weed. He's just making cartridges. And which means
they put weed in cartridges.
Yep. It's a science that I don't understand, but I know once I put this sweet battery to this sweet liquid, I get real goofy for a little while, and so he's just bringing them home. He's just bringing them home, and so now I'm gonna save $1 million a year by not spending it all on weed. Because now
he just brings them home like he could. Is he stealing them from the cartel,
No.
bro? Because I've seen a lot of TV shows where that's bad.
I have heard that taking weed is not good, but from what I understand, it's been given to him. He can actually, he's making it. So I think.
But when he told you it was given to him, was he like, "Nah, they told me I could have it. It's cool. But don't tell nobody that they told me I could have it." But
he told me not to say it on a public platform that's recorded forever. But I figured he was just fucking around about that.
He's just fucking around. Yeah,
there ain't no way that was true.
He's DEA. He's a cop, bro.
But yeah, so I'm real excited about my weed future now because I don't know. I a long time ago I decided I don't want to know how much money I actually spend on weed. Like I just put those numbers out. I don't even like
that's not, man.
It's not real money to me. Like it's not real numbers. It's just built in. I don't even I don't want to know what that actual number is. But now that I can, at least until I get bored of cartridges and want to go back to flower,
it'll wear. I know this isn't the weed podcast, and I know our fans don't want to hear us talk about weed, and that's not necessarily our thing. But
I know this is a new kind of tipping our toe in the water here. I know that
it will get old after a while. I've been I've been switching back to flower recently. It's really nice because I could do it. I do it less, and I think I just have a habit of like, well, here's a cart, so I just boom. So I stay hawk nuts, Matt Brown. And with the flower, it's nicer because I got to go outside and make sure my neighbor's not peeking over the fence at me.
Fucking monster!
Fuck! Are you? Hold on. I got to get something for the show. Keep talking. You can tell the story while I'm done.
Nah.
Half a second.
I hate when you do this.
All right, I'm sorry to do that.
That's all right. What you got?
All right, dude. So like one of the greatest. Today I went and got my mail.
Ooh.
And this came in today. I don't usually order. I usually like my older. Actually, I'm turning this into an action figure show because it's fucking
what's
dope.
that? Tell the people on the podcast what you
got. I usually only collect old action figures and don't like to. I'm kind of cheap with them. But this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive WWE Elite figure, and I paid like, I don't know, more than I should have for him. He comes in this box. Bruh. That's the back. Bro,
that's clean.
What? It's Mr. T from goddamn WrestleMania. And look. Boom! Look at that jive-ass haircut, bro. Come on.
Clean.
Look at that. Look at this.
Look at one of your heroes.
I know you're saying that half joking, but
I know. I mean, look at how you grew up. and look at that thing from your childhood that you love.
I used to love.
Tell me one didn't impact the other.
I have a.
As you stand there with a mohawk and a bunch of gold chains around your neck.
I have I've always loved Mr. For real, I've always loved Mr. T. As a kid, I used to go. One of the first things that I started collecting after being a kid that played with toys. My family went to an antique shop and I found a real tall Mr. T and bought him. And he came with a book that I still have upstairs, and it's called the Mr. T and Me book series. And it's like Mr. T giving kids advice.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the pages is Mr. T yelling at this group of kids. He's like, I pity the fools that don't respect themselves. And he's like yelling in these little kids' faces.
Respect yourself, fools.
Respect yourselves. And he's like in their face yelling at them. It's hilarious.
What I said was, you were chicken shit.
He had a Saturday morning cartoon for a while.
Yeah.
And it was called Mr. T. Mr. T thinks you're chicken shit. But I remember on the show he did a rap about, and then parentheses,
but you can be chicken salad.
But if you believe in yourself, you can be chicken salad. You're chicken shit. But if you believe in yourself, you can be chicken salad. That's the Mr. T promise. Hey, Kurt Russell. The new dog's name is Kurt Russell, just because that's the best thing.
No, you actually have Kurt Russell under your table right now, right?
Yeah. He's under here right now. Let me rub his beard. Hey,
just in chains.
Just down here. He's not happy about it.
Muzzled. I don't hear him saying anything.
We switched our internet service so that our internet is going to be faster. I know that the people on here want to hear about it. We switched to the gig plan, which means that our internet fucking sucks and it goes out when the wind blows. So we're going to pay a little bit more money and have fiber internet.
All right. I can't wait. We've had a couple wind blow like fuck up our episodes. Like second or third episode had a lot of internet problems that episode.
Sometimes I flex too hard and the internet goes out.
And at that point it's better just to fix the internet than to try to get you to stop flexing, because
that ain't happening, bro.
It's not, which one's easier to fix, honestly.
It ain't happening. Hold on, I got a list. I wrote down.
You keep looking at that dog. That dog keeps getting you.
He's really cute, man. I'm really excited to have him, and he's really cute. And I know I'm sorry, Ducket Heads. I'm not trying to be distracted, but he's a really cute dog, man. And I like dogs. So the fuck what? I'll throw you shit outside the door. You got a problem with me having a dog?
Nobody's got a problem, buddy.
Right. I looked that dude right in his face. And I just threw his shit out of the door. And then when that was...
Yeah, you're out of your mind.
To break the tension of that moment, I slapped the other stuff out of his hand and then walked out. And in my head, they were booing me and throwing batteries. And it was like when the NWO, like when Hogan turned on everybody. And it was the NWO and they were just booing me and I was soaking it up. Ah, hate me, you fucks. I was hearing Nas in the background. You can hate me now. Ah!
One of the comedy clubs up here has become a burger place. Like that's their way of making money in between, right? And so that way they can be open all day and actually make some money.
Is that good or bad? Because like the places I've done comedy, I wouldn't want to eat burgers from.
So this is an actual comedy club. So like it's actually pretty nice. So I think.
Whoa! What is that supposed to mean?
It's a clean place.
Oh.
That's what I mean. I mean, like, it was pretty well taken care of before. This is
Oh, all right. I got you.
It's not a dive bar. This is not the fuck you Josh Watts place. It's not.
I got some shit of yours I'll throw right here.
Just gotta make sure. It's not disrespecting you with but so it's like it used to be called Tacoma.
Are they funny
Club.
Burgers?
Take it back.
Edit that out.
They did they did like they got like a radio dude, my buddy Jose. They got him like a burger named after him, and then like dude that used to be the punter for the fucking Seahawks, like got a burger named after him, and
they got a Sean Kemp burger.
They better that it's
a George Papadopoulos burger.
It's They got. I didn't realize that Seattle like claims Bruce
A
Lee until
Gary
recently.
Payton wrap. Y'all got a Gary Payton chicken wrap?
They probably do.
I'm gonna keep naming.
Yeah.
No, that's it. That's it.
I already
Gator
got something though.
Barrows.
I already got. They claim Bruce Lee out here, which I didn't realize because he's buried out here and apparently he lived in Seattle. Like, but I had no idea. Like, I just watched that Bruce Lee ESPN documentary, and yeah, apparently he fucking loved it here. I never understood because there's a comedy club in Seattle called Comedy Underground, and they have a big mural. And I used to always make fun of the fact that Bruce Lee was on the mural. I was like, "What the fuck? They claiming Bruce Lee? Like Bruce Lee's right next to Jimi Hendrix. This makes no fucking sense." Yeah, but yeah, they claim it anyway. So the Tacoma,
Dude, I claim. I mean, if you can claim Bruce Lee, claim him.
claim him absolutely. Tacoma Comedy Club is now the Tacoma Burger Company or some shit. And what I'm getting at with all of this is that they had a trivia night the other night, and which meant somebody got on stage and did trivia, which means I don't understand why I can't do comedy if that's if that's okay. How's that okay? I'm like,
I don't think trivia is ever okay, personally.
if
What
I
is
could
this
be,
fucking class? Get out of here. You want me to do homework? Fuck you. Give me
I
that
used to
pad.
be-
Give me that pad you got them questions on. I'll fucking.
I used to throw that shit right out the door.
Oh, right out the fucking.
I knocked the mic out your hand right after. I used to like I was really good at Trivial Pursuit, which I used to think was like a good thing, and then I learned later that just means I remember all the dumb shit.
Yep.
I don't. It's trivial.
Yeah.
These things that you remember. That's why it's the who gives a fuck things that
Yeah.
I remember a lot of them. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty much on some we should have still been shut down or whatever. But if things are open and restaurants are open and a comedy club is basically a restaurant, except for the only difference is I'm standing on stage. I don't understand why we're not doing shows. Like especially places like that where I know they're taking all the precautions and shit. I was okay until this trivia thing, but then I was like, okay, now you can't. Now I don't understand what the difference is.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Mhm.
The trivia is also a bad idea that they shouldn't be doing.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought, like I said, I think it all should be shut down. But if we're at that point, I don't get why I'm not doing shows. Like I don't get why I can't perform. If that's like Oregon's performing, there's all these other places performing. If restaurants are open and everybody's spread out and everybody's taking their precautions, I don't get what the difference is if I'm standing up on stage. I don't know.
Right.
But now here's the other thing, and I said this whenever I did those shows in Oregon. I wouldn't be an audience member at any of this. Like I wouldn't go to the show. I wouldn't eat at a restaurant publicly right now. But I'll stand on stage and run off the second I'm done and wear a mask. Like, I don't know, dude. I just feel lost. I feel like this is oddly enough like the closest I've had to like a normal life in years.
Yeah.
And it's the pandemic. Like it's the fucking end of the world. And this is the first time in probably 10 years that I had consistent Monday through Friday. Like, I mean, really it's Monday through Thursday. It's fucking 6 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday, every week. And I go home, I sit there, and it's just the first. It was like
this is your 10th year, right? This is the 10th year.
February would be 10. So I'm in my 9th year, I guess. Yeah, dude, it's just weird. Like I've been like real bummed out lately about it because it's like I don't have anything to look forward to stand up wise. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a thing for so long. Like
it's not.
I'm having thoughts of moving to Oklahoma. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Whoa!
I mean, that's not really.
What the fuck are you gonna move to Oklahoma? Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's not really.
Oklahoma for?
There's clubs open that are working there. Texas is working.
So anxiety and stress and stuff just from not knowing.
Yeah, I guess so. And it's just like if I'm just a warehouse guy now, like,
hey, buddy. You'll never just be a warehouse guy, all right?
Thanks, man.
You need to know that. You'll never just be a warehouse guy.
I'm just getting real comfortable at work and it's bugging me. I don't like it. Usually by now, if I was comfortable at a job, I would panic and burn the whole fucking thing to the ground and go on with living my dreams and that's how this works. But now I can't do that. This is the first time in a long time that I've like, nah, dude, you got to go work because you need this.
You need this.
Yeah, dude.
Do what I do, man. Just get your pump on every day. FaceTime Joe Rogan, talk about how
Take some
vascular
Alpha
you are.
Brain. You right. I know the steps. That's the same thing they say all the time. They're like.
I want this to be the screenshot.
I'll try to find it. Where are we at?
Oh wait, no. So I went. I've been taking Alpha Brain. I don't think we've brought it up on this show or not. And,
Oh, really?
Dude, they have a subscription. It's like,
Josh, by the way, Josh is fucking stuck to this bit. He actually doesn't do it that much on the show, but in real life, Josh fucking drives me crazy with his Alpha Brain shit. He fits it into every conversation.
It's fucking great. I don't know if it's a placebo effect. Anyway, so I went. I've been taking Alpha Brain. It makes me feel great. I drink less energy drinks. It just makes me more. It's great. And I thought maybe it's just in my head. So when I ran out, when I was getting low, instead of ordering more, I was like, I'll go a couple days without it. And I ate a dude's face. After on like the third day of not having Alpha Brain, I woke up in an out.
See, that's why it's not good for you, dude. Because once you go off,
you just eat people.
You just start chomping beards and ears and all kind of stuff, bro.
I felt real like run down, so I started Googling like, can I buy some in the store until my shipment comes? Because like I fucking need my Alpha Brain, bro. Fucking.
How much do you take? Like how much? Yeah, how's it work? Like how many you take a day?
You take 2 a day, or like I take 2 before I record 2, and it's kind of like it's like an energy drink. It gives you energy, but not like an energy drink. It's like you're just rested. You know what I mean? Like you feel good. It just makes me, it might be more geared towards me because I sleep 4 hours a night and kids and stress and stuff. So it's great for me. And so I found out CVS sells it. I was out. This isn't an Alpha Brain commercial. This is a fuck CVS commercial. I found
Those are my favorite commercials.
Oh, dude, I threw a CVS manager out of the door of his own store. So I found out, I ran out, I started feeling like shit. It was going to be a couple of days for it to come back in. So I was like, I wonder if they sell it in a store. All the GNCs out here closed down. I wasn't enough to keep them in business, and all the fat fucks out here don't do any lifting, bros. So it's just me. I'm the only one out here trying to keep them running.
On a swole island over there.
Just me in the middle of Yoked City. It's just me. New York City. It's just fucking me. And so all the GNCs and shit closed down. The mayor of New York City. I like that.
Love it.
So CVS sells it though. So I called. There's a Highway 21 out here, and there's 2 CVS's. There's one on each end of it, and only one of them had Alpha Brain according to the website. So I was like, oh, I'll run out there and get it. Went to the CVS, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for Alpha Brain.
And they're like, we know, we see your mohawk.
And they're like, yeah, we get it, bro. You don't have sleeves on. You were flexing when you walked in. We knew what you were here for.
You can't come in here.
The Bang energy drink and the Alpha Brain are on the same aisle right there next to the Bengay and the Tiger Balm.
Please don't hurt anybody when you come in here. Keep your size in mind as you enter the aisles.
And they didn't have any. And the manager, she was trying to be helpful and came up. She was like, oh, we're out. I guess we don't have any. And I was like, well, it says you do on the website.
And she loved that.
Fucking liar. No. And I was like, it says, I was like, is this store? And I read the address. She's like, oh no, that's the other one on 21. I was like, okay, well, they have some. Could you tell them to hold it? I'll be right there. And she's like, yeah, I'll call them and tell them to hold it. I walk up to the front of this CVS with this fucking lady. She picks up the phone, dials numbers, waits for it. Yeah, I'm doing it. This is a phone.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. And she goes, yeah, hey, 341955. I remember the item number. She said it's 341955. It's an Alpha Brain by Onnit. Got a guy coming to get it. No, you'll know him. He's real yoked. He's the mayor of New York City. He's fucking jacked. You'll see him when he walks in sideways through the door.
He's
got
got
a
a
real
whole.
sweet ass mohawk.
There's a whole procession in front of him, making sure
You'll
there'll
know him.
be. Yeah.
He plays his own theme music. You'll hear him when he comes. It's that Rick Derringer song about Hulk Hogan. You'll know. And she like went the whole thing, and I was like,
That's
"So
what
you're
that song's
sure?"
about.
Yeah,
It's
by Rick
about.
Derringer.
It's about Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I don't know. It is now.
I just had an inspiration one day.
Just Rick Derringer, just like, you know what? I'm gonna write a song about Hulk Hogan that he's gonna use as his theme song. And she like went through a whole thing. She's like, okay, you'll put it at the front counter. He'll be there in a minute. He's wearing a black shirt. Blah blah blah. You know,
Beefed
and she was
out.
like, okay. And she hung up and she was like, all right. I told him the big dick dude with a mohawk was coming to pick up some Alf brand. They're hold it for you at the counter. And I was like, are you sure? Oh yeah. Before she hung up, I was like, are you sure? And I read the address, and she goes, this is the CVS at whatever, because there's like 3 or 4 in the town and 2 on the same road.
Man,
I want to make
CVS
sure she was
runs
on the
shit.
phone. I want to make it's Covington. CVS stands for Covington's Vitamin Suppliers. I don't know if you knew that or not. That's what it stands for.
I know now.
Mr. Improv, huh?
Hey.
Suck my dick, new movement. I don't need you. Class is my asshole. You saw that?
Second City bitches, get out of here.
Ain't nobody gonna diddle my asshole for improv lessons. I want to. Well, let's talk about that after this. So I drive down to the other CVS, and I walk in there like I fucking own the place. I'm like, "What's up? I'm here for my Alpha Brain, bro." I say, bro. That's a side effect of taking Alpha Brain. You say, bro, at the end of every sentence so far.
And Alpha Brain.
Yeah, and I was like, "Alpha Brain, bro," and I do this. But I was like, hey, the other store called and you're holding some stuff for me. And the lady behind the counter was like, I don't think so, but I just got here. Let me check. And she looked around the counter. And when I say looked around the counter, she goes,
well, it's not right in front of me. So.
And I was like, all right, well, let me go look on the aisle because maybe they just didn't pick it up yet. And I walk back there and there's none on the aisle. And I go back up front, and it's a guy up there now. And he's like, I said, hey, the other manager from the other store is supposed to call. And he was like, oh, I've been here. I've been working here all morning. Nobody called. And I was like, well, I watched her. Like,
she talked to somebody.
She made me walk from the back of the store and stand up the register like some fucking asshole, holding my balls while people are checking out, buying their candy and medicine. I'm just here trying to get my Joe Rogan supplements.
It's weird she made you do that too. Like, you didn't need to hold your balls. You got to cup them.
Nah, she said you got to cup them or I'm not calling. Cup them or I'm not calling. And I was like, fine, God. She made me suck my thumb too, which was like, I was like, all right, God damn, dude, I need my Alpha Brain, bro.
I do whatever it takes.
A side fact, Alpha Brain on the bottle, if you're looking for them, they're also known as Joe Rogan vitamins, like Flintstone vitamins. They're just Joe Rogan vitamins.
And they're like little hymns. They're like little bald-headed
dudes. They're little sweaty hymns. He's got a stogie in his mouth. Sometimes, if you get lucky, you get an Elon Musk one.
If you like
so, the dude was like,
extra alpha in that one.
He's like, nobody called. And I was like, well, I watched her on the phone. Like, I saw her. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. And I was like, well, do you have it? Because it says you have it on the website. And he pulled up. He's like, no, it says low stock. And that could, it's give or take.
That could mean no.
Yeah. He's like, it's good. It says yes, but that could mean fuck you. Whatever. And he's like, so no, we don't have any. And he's like, he thought I was going to get mad and start like making a scene in the store, which, as previously indicated on this very episode, I'm very, very
pretty good instincts on that guy.
Yeah, he knows what I ate Chinese food a little while ago, and it just
keeps getting burps.
It just keeps burping up, man. Because my Alpha Brain is my muscles are growing so much that the air inside my body has to escape to give them room to swell.
I might have to try this, dude. I've been all bummed out all week. I might have to.
Dude,
I've been wondering who I am over here, dude. Can I take a moment to talk about Ric Flair?
It's like getting your dick sucked by an angel. Go ahead.
I'm glad we took that second. I'm gonna actually end our Zoom call right quick. I'm gonna place the order, and no,
Just a
I just
dick
said
sucking angel.
no, I just said that thing about like wondering who I am. But I realized the reason why I said that was because I recently watched that Ric Flair Carlito promo. Where he was saying, yeah, where he was ripping his ass about leaving early before the thing, and he
And it
was
was
like,
real.
and it was real, and he said, dude, that fucking line almost makes me cry. Where he was like, I'm walking around here trying to remember my own name when the whole world knows my name. Just like that's some good shit, dude. Like
I've been going
that's
back
good
now.
business.
I've been so they didn't have my alpha brain. It was a weird thing, and I went back to the CVS, and was like, "Hey, I went to the other one," and when I went in, I was like, "Hey, is the manager here?" And a dude walked up, and I was like, "Hey, so a woman, the other manager here," and the guy was like, "I'm the only manager here," and I was like, "Nah, dude, a woman
This is you
came
went
up
back.
and
This is at the original
yeah."
CVS,
I went back to the original
dude.
one, and
What
I
in
was
the
like,
fuck is going on right now?
dude, I was like, I went up and a woman called and like and I told him the whole story. And he's like, I'm the only manager on duty. And then he was like, did she look like, and he described her, and I was like, yeah, yeah. And he goes, she was the manager here and she died 2 years ago. What?
Oh. By
No,
the
but he was
way,
like, I don't know what you're saying.
by the way, if
He's like, I don't
you
know what you're talking about.
if you didn't get there, I was going there. Like it had
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
ingredients to make that joke. That was
Oh
perfect.
yeah, I was gonna say something about her being in an old Victorian dress, and then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why was her name tag sewn in Old English?
And
I've
come to
been
think
going
of it,
back and
her hand
watching,
went straight through the telephone. Now
and it was actually one of those telegrams. I've been going back and watching old wrestling stuff just because I've been missing it with the pandemic and the new stuff. The new stuff without the crowd, it's kind of hard for me to watch. And I went back and watched some stuff. I mean, Dusty. I'll watch Dusty and Rick forever. But there's a part, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever heard. I probably mentioned on this podcast. Cody Rhodes is talking about how his mom doesn't have memorabilia or autograph from other wrestlers or any pictures or anything. And he asked her one day, he said, Mom, why don't you have pictures of you with like Hulk Hogan or any of the other wrestlers? And his mom, Dusty Rhodes' wife, said, Baby, when you're married to Elvis, you don't take pictures with the band.
that's right. That whole family
Woo!
can cut
Shit,
promos.
man. And going back to the 80s and the 70s with the Flair and Dusty Rhodes stuff is just beautiful. They have a thing on the network right now about the Miz and Daniel Bryan, like their long running hatred of each other, and it's really good. It's called Timeline.
Yeah. How about they actually really pay that off?
Yeah,
Like that's been prime. Like
10 years.
that's been sitting there for them to have a WrestleMania match and fucking blow the fucking roof off the place, and they've just never chose to pick it up. I don't understand.
Controversial opinion. Daniel Bryan is right. Miz wrestles like a coward. He wrestles soft and easy, but Miz is also right. He's fucking there every day, week in, week out, and he wrestles good.
Yeah.
And I personally love the Miz because I've watched him from Real World when he was just a teenager talking about wanting to be a wrestler and saying he was going to be the Miz, to watching him on Tough Enough doing it. Like I've seen him do it from start to finish, and I like him. Daniel Bryan, though, I'll never not cheer Daniel Bryan. I don't care. He could beat the shit out of my own parents, and I'm gonna cheer him on. Maybe they deserved it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's from Aberdeen. He's that's not far from me.
Does he still live up there?
I don't know.
Do you know? You talked to him?
I gotta. He's been like cold to me lately. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been. I said something about one of the Bellas, and you know, yeah.
Was it the one he's married to, or the other?
I couldn't remember, and that was the problem. That was the.
He doesn't. Yeah, oh, yeah.
I just call them both Nikki, and he don't like that. So.
I love that dude. His Instagram, he always posts about his garden, and like his garden. He's part of the reason that I got into gardening.
If we've learned anything, is that if a wrestler does something, we'll do it.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah,
if I see a wrestler do it,
I need to see
a
wrestler do it. That's the only reason I've ever done yoga is because of Diamond Dallas Page.
It's the only reason I've ever done anything in my life I've ever done. I threw old man's stuff right out of his hand out of the door of a gas station because I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin do it to Booker T in a grocery store.
Yep.
Wasn't even part of the wrestling. I was just at a grocery store and I saw him do it. I was like, oh.
You didn't need to pour that milk on him though. That was over the top.
Well, don't come tits up and wear your mask.
So CVS just never. They just were like, that lady never existed. That we don't know what the fuck you talking about.
No, for real. The manager was like, yeah, I'm the only manager here, and like, I refused to accept that as an answer. So I started walking around looking.
Where is she?
I was
Come
like,
on, you coward! Right. Where are you?
Oh, dude, I ripped my shirt off and I was like, no, you get out here now. I told her, I said, I'm going to beat the shit out of one customer every hour until you come out. I was just grabbing customers, choking them out in front of her. Look at what you did.
You did this. You tell him you're sorry.
I don't know what happened. But I will tell you, when I called, there's a place out here called Vitamin Shop.
Yeah.
And every time I've called him, the guy is a real fucking asshole. He's been an asshole when I walked in there and tried to buy something one time. And when I called him and he answered, the guy answered the phone. And I said, hey, do you carry off-brand? He goes, no, we don't carry that shit. I was like,
all right, cool, man. I'm probably never gonna buy anything from you ever. You know.
I went in there one time to buy a protein powder, and I had a protein powder and an energy drink, and I was setting it on the counter, and he goes, "You drink this shit? This is just sugar water." And I was, I was about to give you $70 for this in your store, you fucking idiot. You're the one who bought it and put it in your store.
Yeah, you seem to think that people would buy it or want it. Like, yeah.
And then he just started preaching to me about what he wanted me, what I should be drinking. And I was like, oh, yeah, hold on. And I just walked, and I've never been back in since.
Did he look like somebody that you'd want to be, like that you'd want to look like? Was he ripped? Or not enough?
Okay.
Not enough to talk like that?
He was in okay shape, but he had on like those really tight jeans with the flaps on the back pockets and the fleur-de-lis embroidered in them. I fucking hated him the second I saw him. He had on those like expensive, the cowboy boots that aren't used for cowboying, they're used for being an asshole. You know what I'm talking about, the little fancy fucking... You know the boots I'm talking about.
Look, all my boots are cowboying boots, okay? Every time I go to cowboy, I got my special boots right here for him, okay? Fucking asshole.
This asshole.
Out here not cowboying in his cowboy boots.
I don't realize how that's edited, but fuck him, you douchebag.
It's on him, man. I remember I had a pair of cowboy boots whenever I was a kid, and I went through like a real big like Terminator phase. And the cowboy boots are like the closest thing to like Terminator boots that I could find.
To the motorcycle boots?
Yeah. And so I would just wear them every day to daycare. And I remember my parents literally having to be like, okay, so the Terminator thing is going too far. Like, I remember I had like a black, like long sleeve t-shirt, and I like just cut it. Like right down to like it was a jacket, so it was just a leather. So I just cut one of my t-shirts, so it'd be like a leather jacket. So I had these cowboy boots, leather jacket. I just had like a 3-week part of my life where I was a Terminator.
When I was a kid, I went through the Commando.
Yeah,
I got super into Commando, and because Schwarzenegger have you ever seen Commando?
No.
The old Schwarzenegger movie?
Mm-mm.
Oh fuck, man, great movie. Schwarzenegger in the 80s. He wears a vest and he's just all fucking jacked and shooting people with a rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah, now I've seen
the movie where Schwarzenegger's jacked and shoots people. You remember?
I got you now. You really narrowed it down. Now I'm there.
Alyssa Milano is his daughter before she had a podcast. She's a little youngin'. It's a great movie. Anyway, I got super into that. And I wore a lot of combat boots and camouflage. And I would paint my face a lot. And then I had a flat top like he did in the movie, but then the flat top was also because Schwarzenegger had one and Sting had one, so it was a big time for me. I never went through a Terminator phase, but I wore combat boots forever when I was a kid.
I went through a hockey phase too, because the Kingfish, the Baton Rouge Kingfish, where so for a little bit we had a minor league hockey team, which is named after our most corrupt politician,
Fat Fish Huey Long.
Our most corrupt politician who like got murdered. He's got the most gangster story of all time. And he used to call himself the Kingfish, and so they named our
our elementary school field trip was to go to the state capitol,
Yes.
look at the bullet holes from where he was murdered.
Yeah, I tell people that
They're
all
like,
the time.
hey, 8-year-old, these are bullet holes that went through his fat head and he's dead. Look, that's brain right there on the wall. Take a picture of it. Let's take notes. There's going to be a book report on it.
We
A
treat
man died where you're standing. Remember that.
we treat that man like a hero. It's so funny. They're like, he got into office. He hired all of his family to take on major positions. He was corrupt as fuck, but he did build roads. He built roads, and we didn't have that before. And we got a new governor's mansion or something. Yeah, but yeah, you literally go and visit the murder site of Huey P. Long. And so yeah, so they came, and my grandfather used to take me to go watch the hockey games, and so yeah, I got super into it, and I would literally like I bought all the hockey pads. There's no hockey in Louisiana. Like there was no like I guess the hope was like we'll bring this team and that will spark a new youth that'll be into hockey, and it turns out it was just me. They only sparked. I was the only one inspired. I was like, guys, let's get a hockey team together, and then they just played smear the queer and threw footballs at me. And they're like, "Yo, you gotta do that." And we don't play hockey, dude. That's not the game around here. And yeah, but I remember like I would literally like dress up in full king for like jersey, pads, everything, and like just go to the grocery store with my like with my parents, like just little weirdo kid, like 10 years old, just walking around full pads. I remember like wearing them to a game one time, and like some like grandmother, somebody older was like, just trying to be sweet and was like, "Oh, you're so big," because I like that. And I, as a kid, didn't understand that she was like playing with me, and I was like, "No, they're my hockey pads." Like,
hey, dumb bitch.
My shoulders aren't really this big.
Dumbass. I used to go to the Kingfish games with the Scouts, and when I realized that hockey was a lot of fighting,
yeah.
I was in, dude. But
there's a dude Cam Brown that used to get in a fight every fucking every game.
Westerby.
Yeah.
Now I know Westerby number 22 used to fight a lot because my wife was in love with him forever. Like her password for stuff used to be Westerby because she was so in love with him. Piece of shit.
And see, that's scary because
he ain't even that yoked.
Also,
he ain't even that yoked.
Also, I don't like that one for a significant other having a crush because he's a minor league hockey player. She could meet him. that's very attainable.
Yeah, exactly. He's a minor league in the city that you're in.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Nah, you don't get to. That doesn't get to be your one. Okay.
No, I didn't like that at all. Yeah. I was like, I got Kelly Clarkson and Britney Spears, who lives like 3 hours away, but it's not like I'm gonna go meet Britney Spears or Kelly Clarkson. This dude is probably shopping at the grocery store. He might work part-time at the grocery store we're going to right now. I'm not cool with that. So all right. Got into a argument on my neighborhood Facebook group. So in my neighborhood, there's a neighborhood Facebook, like a Facebook group for the neighborhood, and
I understand.
I hate it. I hate everyone in it. I hate all the stupid shit they post, and I want to fight every time they write something stupid in that fucking group.
Have you ever thought to bring up like, hey, is there creepy dudes around your yards just trying to see if you're smoking? You ever thrown that out there and see what happens?
So I don't ever comment on any. I got to follow up on that. I got to follow up on that. So I don't ever comment in the group, but I have notifications turned on because a lot of times people are like, hey, my kid's tired of this, of this Power Wheel. It's free to whoever wants it. And I've gotten bookshelves. Moose just got a John Deere, like a Power Wheel John Deere tractor from that group. So we get a lot of shit on there. So, I stay in it. But I hate it because people are like, hey, we should all have the same mailboxes. I don't like this. It's just a bunch of whiny assholes with nothing better to do than be whiny assholes.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna be able to sell your house if you have a different mailbox than the person next to you. That's all. I mean,
the shit people worry about. Why do you care what somebody else's mailbox looks? What are you doing? Go eat an ass. Do something.
Go eat an ass. Guys, I mean, there's so many better ways to use your time. Go eat an ass. Jesus.
So this lady in the group, so I never comment except for like if somebody posts something that they're giving away that I want, and then I'm like, hey, I'll take that. And then I go back and delete my comments because I don't want people to know who I am. I don't want my address in the group. If I'm throwing the kids something the kids have away, I'll be like, hey, this is free at the curb of 5-6 of whatever, and my address. And then once it's gone, I go and I delete the post because I don't want anybody to know where the fuck I live. And this lady posted in the group. She said, "Are there any vets in the neighborhood? It's an emergency." Now, she didn't mean American veteran war heroes, but I responded anyway. And I knew she meant veterinarians. And so
I didn't.
there's an
I
emergency
was
vet
thinking what you
here.
thought at first too, or what you said at
There's
first.
a vet here that I've used before that's open all hours. And if you call, they'll sometimes answer your questions. So the easiest way to translate that is to post a Google screenshot of the number and the address and the place. So I posted that and then wrote, they'll answer your questions if you call, blah, blah, blah. They've helped me out before. And before my reply could come up, she wrote, I have Google too. Thanks, though. And I was like, And then I went and clicked on her picture to see like who
What
this.
did
I don't
she
even know who
expect
this
you to
is.
say? But if you would have typed it out, I'd be like, oh, okay, thank you. Now I understand.
She wanted. So there is a veterinarian that lives in our neighborhood, like right on, and I think she wanted somebody to tag her. I'm not going to tag a fucking doctor to answer your question on Facebook at 10:30 at night. Pay her. If you want her advice, you fucking pay her. She's a doctor.
right.
Pay her. Don't fucking tag her on Facebook posts, which somebody else did, and she wrote that. Please don't tag me in posts like this. If you need a vet in emergency, here's the number. And she posted the same number I posted.
Huh.
Anyway, so I looked at this picture, and then, all right. So the girl, I feel like every story of this podcast is me yelling at somebody. So the girl, when I saw her picture, I was like, oh. She lives on the same street as me. There's a stop sign for the main street. I live on this end. She lives right here on this end. And I see her run that stop sign all the time. And I've yelled at her 600 times. I have said, hey, there's a stop sign right here. They just put it up 6 years ago. Maybe you didn't see it since you didn't stop. I yell at her all the time. Like, hey, you see that? Is that English? Like, I'm a real dickhead about it because my kids play right there. We don't have sidewalks. It takes half a second to touch your brake and stop. Anyway, so I yell at her constantly about running stop signs. So when I saw it was her, I was like, no wonder she was a bitch to me. I get it. No hard feelings. That's fine. No hard feelings, but I will punt her in the cunt if I see her again for sure. I'm definitely gonna kick her.
But you won't be angry about it. Like it's no hard
No, I'm
feelings
not
about it.
angry
You
at
just
all.
you gotta wear that boot to the cunt. That's all.
It is what it is.
There.
You said what you said. You get what you get. Talk shit, get hit.
Them's
You know
the
what
rules.
I mean? So the next day after that, I'm walking up the street with my dog.
And you got your cunt punters on, right?
Oh, dude. I stay strapped with my cunt punters. I don't leave the house without my cunt punters. I even wrote on them. I drew target bullseyes on them.
So, wrote R.I.P. Kobe on them and stuff.
Mamba. I'm walking up the street and I see her in her driveway, and I see her looking at me. I don't look like any. There's nobody else in my neighborhood that looks like me,
right?
And not even close. Nobody has a beard like me. Nobody has a mohawk. There's just nobody. Nobody looks like
Nobody's
me.
wearing short shorts that are the American flag like you.
Nobody has on short shorts and tie-dyed Crocs. That's for sure. Dude, my shorts are the shortest shorts they can possibly be.
I know, dude. Good for you. Good for you.
5.5-inch shorts everywhere I go.
You know what's funny is whenever I started losing weight, my clothes got tighter because I started buying them tighter.
Yep. Bro, you're going to see my quads. I don't do squats all fucking day for you to not look at them. Anyway.
These not for me. These are for y'all.
This is for you, the people. I'm walking up the street and I see her looking at me and kind of waiting by her car like she's getting groceries or something out. And instead of just going up her driveway and minding her own fucking business, I see her waiting for me and like looking at me. And dude, she goes, "Hey, are you Josh Watts?" And she said it polite. Mm-hmm. Like maybe she was gonna, "Hey, I didn't mean to be a dickhead." And dude, without blinking or thinking, I went, "No." And I just kept walking. I didn't slow down. I said, "No," and just kept going. I didn't even realize I just lied to this lady that sees me every day. I look like this in my profile picture. There's no way this isn't me. And I looked her right in the face and said, nah. And it just kept going.
Just
nah,
the
dog.
shaggy defense. Wasn't me.
I palmed her face and it kept walking. And then I've seen her so many times since then. Since I've said that, I've seen her like 8 times.
You should walk up to her and go, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Josh Watts. And, and watch just the confusion. What? I had I went to hold on, Rook, I'll cut you off just shortly though. I went to like there's like a Starbucks I went to like for a long time, and this one lady learned my name, but she learned my name as Blake, and you know, I'm in there for 30 seconds, so I don't give a fuck. Call me Blake all you want, right? But then one day I go in there and it's like just me, and it's like taking a while to make my drink, and she's like telling everybody about how like she didn't take my order, but she walks up and sees me. The person that took my order, I tell them my name is Chase, so they have Chase written on the cup. And so this lady comes in and goes, Blake's my favorite customer. I see Blake every morning. Blake doesn't ever come in here. Blake. And then seconds later, like perfect commit, Chase. And then I walk up and grab my cup. Go, thank you, and then just leave.
Yeah, and then never go back to the Starbucks?
Just never go back.
So you said something earlier in passing that I want to talk about. You said Smear the Queer as a game when we were kids. Yeah. All right. I said that to Michelle. I said that to Michelle a while back as a game. It was a game that we played at Scouts. And I understand how offensive it is. It is so ingrained in being a kid down here that when I said it to Michelle, it didn't even register what I was saying. Right. It's just the game. I never
thought about it, how horrible it is until I was older and conscious. Like, yeah.
I didn't until after I told Michelle about it a week ago. I said something about playing. I was like, yeah. She's like, what did y'all do? It was at Boy Scout. Yeah. She said, what did y'all do at Boy Scout meetings? And I said something. I was like, and we always played Smear the Queer. And then I was like, oh. And she goes, what? And I was like, oh, yeah. Huh. And she goes, what is that? And I was like, teenage boys would get in a big group. One person would get a ball in their hand, and everybody would just beat the shit out of them. Like that's you just whoever had the ball, you mauled.
And whenever they threw the ball, whoever caught it, you beat that ass. That's what happens. So you just keep. It's just a game of survival, really. Yeah, I can remember I can remember PE teachers like when I was in elementary school being like, "All right, you guys,
that's what I was gonna say.
You gotta play Smear the Queer, like just throwing a football up, and then we'd all go, yeah." Insane.
That's what I was gonna say. It was a game. I remember we played it in school. Yeah, they would call it Smear the Queer.
7th Ward Elementary. I remember playing it. Yeah, that's how. Yeah,
that I just want to say how crazy that is. That I'm just now like
ignorance is like taught to us early, and like it's just steeped in.
I'm so stupid. I just realized.
Well, yeah, I mean,
a week ago.
How many times have you played that game recently? It's kind of one of those things you leave after 10, hopefully. You know.
Me and Mike Honoré were playing it like right before the pandemic. Me and Mike Honoré.
I want to get together with just
running people
a bunch of middle-aged dudes and just get in the field
and just hurt each other.
And just start tackling.
That's rugby. That's what rugby is,
dude.
But it's funny because I've never even thought of that as being
how horrible.
Yeah. I never even associated Smear the Queer with queer like. I can't justify. I'll never say it again, but I can't explain that it was never. I never even realized what we were saying, and now look back on like, fuck, my we played it in school. Like teachers would write on the board today's lesson, Smear the Queer, and we come back, yeah,
I love this game.
The South fucking sucks, man.
It's
wow.
not great.
We make good food, but fuck.
Our education is not
sorry,
great.
Guys.
It is not the top for sure.
Come back next week and hear the rest of the stuff that we forgot to talk about this week. Subscribe down there. Yep. And follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, Imager, Facebook, Bebo, Giphy, farmersonly.com.
Yeah, we got a joint profile on there where we each got on our cowboy boots for cowboying, and I got one foot up on a bale of hay, and on the other side you got the other foot up on there, and we just standing there Just standing there like the smoking guns. All right, y'all are great. See you next week.
Thank
Bye.
you.